I don't really care about the law. Imagine saying that to a judge's face. Well, that's exactly what one 19-year-old did in Judge Frank Caprio's courtroom, and the fallout was something you have to see to believe. This wasn't just a simple traffic ticket. It became a masterclass in humility and respect, all delivered by the world's most compassionate judge. Stick around, because this story isn't just about a spoiled teen getting a reality check. It's about how a moment of incredible arrogance turned into a powerful life lesson that left the entire courtroom, and soon the world, completely speechless. You will find out exactly what Judge Caprio said that made this young man instantly regret his words. He struts into the courtroom, not with a look of concern, but with an air of complete indifference. You can almost see him thinking, let's just get this over with. Judge Caprio, with his years of experience, picks up on this vibe immediately. He reads out the charges, a series of traffic violations, including running a red light in a school zone. The judge asks the young man, 19-year-old Hayden, if he understands the seriousness of the offenses. Hayden just shrugs, a smirk playing on his lips. Yeah, I guess, he mumbles, looking around the room as if he's bored. The judge, maintaining his calm demeanor, tries to connect with him. He asks about his day, his school, anything to break through that wall of apathy. But Hayden isn't having it. Every answer is short, dismissive. It's clear he believes he's above this, that a simple fine paid by his wealthy parents will make it all go away. But Judge Caprio has seen this attitude before, and he knows exactly how to handle it. He's not just a judge, he's a teacher, and class is about to be in session. The tension in the room starts to build as everyone waits to see how the judge will respond to this blatant disrespect. Judge Caprio looks at the list of violations again. You ran a red light, Hayden, at an intersection right next to an elementary school. Do you know what could have happened? Hayden rolls his eyes, a classic sign of teenage defiance. Nothing happened, though, did it? He retorts. The audience gasps quietly. The sheer audacity is shocking. Judge Caprio leans forward, his voice firm, but still patient. It's not about what asterisk did asterisk happen, son. It's about what asterisk could asterisk have happened. A child could have been crossing that street. Hayden, feeling cornered, decides to double down. He crosses his arms and says the 5 words that would make this case famous. I do unreally care about the law. The courtroom falls silent. You could hear a pin drop. The bailiffs tense up. Judge Caprio's friendly expression vanishes, replaced by one of profound disappointment and gravity. He takes off his glasses, a sign that things are about to get serious. He looks directly at Hayden, not as a judge to a defendant, but as an elder to a young man who has lost his way. The smirk is finally wiped off Hayden's face as he starts to realize he's made a monumental mistake. You don't care about the law? Judge Caprio repeats, his voice echoing in the silent room. Let me tell you what the law is. The law isn't just a set of rules designed to inconvenience you. It's the very fabric that holds our society together. It's a promise we make to each other, a promise to keep each other safe. He gestures to the people in the courtroom. These people follow the law. They stop at red lights. Not because they're afraid of a ticket, but because they don't want to hurt someone's mother, someone's father, someone's child. He lets the words sink in. When you say you don't care about the law, you're saying you don't care about any of these people. You re-saying your desire to get somewhere a few seconds faster is more important than the life of a child. Hayden's face, once so full of bravado, begins to crumble. His eyes dart around, looking for an escape, but there is none. He is trapped by the weight of the judge's words. The arrogance is gone, replaced by a dawning sense of shame. This is the moment the regret truly begins to set in. Judge Caprio continues, his tone shifting from stern to something more profound. Your father is in the courtroom, isn't he? The camera pans to a man in a suit, his face etched with embarrassment and worry. The father nods grimly. Ah! The judge addresses him directly. Sir, you've provided your son with a nice car, a comfortable life. But have you taught him about responsibility, about empathy? The father can only shake his head, looking down at the floor. The judge turns back to Hayden. Your father works hard to give you these things, and you repay him by disrespecting the very system that allows him to succeed, the system that keeps your family safe. He then shares a personal story, something he often does to connect with defendants on a human level. He talks about his own father, an immigrant who came to this country with nothing and worked tirelessly. instilling in his children a deep respect for law and community. "My father didn't have much," Judge Caprio says, his voice filled with emotion. "But he gave us something more valuable than money, a moral compass." For the first time, Hayden looks up and makes eye contact with the judge. A tear escapes his eye and rolls down his cheek. The tough guy act has completely dissolved, revealing a scared young man who is finally understanding the gravity of his actions and attitude. Now comes the verdict. Everyone in the room is on the edge of their seat. What will Judge Caprio do? He has every right to impose the maximum fines, suspend Hayden's license, and even order jail time for contempt of court. The potential fines add up to over $1,000. But Judge Caprio isn't about punishment for punishment's sake. He's about justice and education. "Hayden," he says, his voice now gentle again, "I can fine you. Your father would pay it, and you would learn nothing. The money means nothing to you, but your character. That's priceless." He pauses, letting the impact of his words settle. "So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to suspend your fine, all of it." A wave of relief washes over Hayden and his father. But the judge isn't finished. On one condition, Hayden looks up, listening intently. "I want you to go to that elementary school you sped past. I want you to watch the children during dismissal. I want you to see their faces, see them running to their parents. I want you to understand what you were putting at risk. But there's more." The judge adds a second condition, one that truly hits home. And after that, he continues, "I want you to come back here to my courtroom, but not as a defendant. I want you to sit in the gallery for a full day and watch other cases. I want you to see the struggles of people who can afford to pay a $20 parking ticket, people who are terrified of losing their license because they need it to get to work to feed their families. I want you to see what real-world problems look like." This is the genius of Judge Caprio. The punishment isn't financial, it's emotional and educational. He's not just penalizing the wallet, he's trying to reshape the soul. He is forcing Hayden to confront the world outside of his privileged bubble. Hayden, with tears now freely flowing, can only nod. "Yes, Your Honor." "Thank you, Your Honor," he manages to say, his voice cracking. He looks at his father, who nods in approval, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. Weeks later, Hayden returns to the courtroom. The change is remarkable. He's no longer the arrogant, slouching teen. Stands up straight, dressed respectfully, and waits patiently for the judge to call his name. When he approaches the bench, he looks Judge Caprio in the eye. "Your Honor," he begins, his voice clear and steady. "I did what you asked. I went to the school. And you were right. I saw the kids. And I felt so ashamed. I never thought about it like that." He then talks about his day in the courtroom gallery. "I saw a woman crying because she couldn't afford the fine for an expired registration. She needed her car to take her own mother to chemotherapy. And my problems. My speeding ticket. It felt so incredibly small." He takes a deep breath. "You taught me more in one day than I've learned in a long time. It wasn't about the law. It was about respect. For people. For everyone. I am truly sorry." Judge Caprio listens, a warm smile returning to his face. He sees the genuine remorse and the profound change in the young man before him. "That's all I ever wanted to hear, son," he says softly. Case dismissed. This story went viral for a reason. It's a powerful reminder that justice isn't always about fines and jail time. Sometimes the most effective sentence is a dose of perspective. Judge Caprio didn't just punish a rich kid, he guided a young man back to the right path, using wisdom, empathy, and a deep understanding of human nature. He turned a moment of shocking disrespect into an unforgettable lesson in humility. It shows that behind every bad attitude, there's often a lack of understanding, and sometimes all it takes is the right teacher to open your eyes. This is why millions of people around the world admire Judge Caprio. He doesn't just preside over a courtroom, he changes lives. What did you think of the judge's unique sentence? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Stories like this deserve to be shared, so if you were as moved as I was, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And for more heartwarming and powerful moments from the courtroom and beyond, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.